Welcome to Conch Productions Artist Chat. Special edition. Yes, special edition because we're doing some amazing artist chats focused on the upcoming Conch International Film Festival. My name is Magaly Colimon-Christopher. I am the founder and director of Conch Productions, and I am really excited about our guest today. Today, our guest is Okai Musik. I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. He's going to tell you a lot about him, but I'm going to tell you a little bit myself. Okai Musik is a Haitian American percussionist, vocalist, MC, and conch shell player. Yes, you heard that right. Conch shell player. Okay. He's based in Brooklyn, New York, and he's going to be performing at Conch Shell International Film Festival's opening ceremony. And I am so thrilled. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. Hello, Okai. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, Magali. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So I'm going to jump right into it. Tell us about your experience growing up as a Haitian American child in Brooklyn and how you got to be a conch shell player.
Wow. So I was born in the late 70s and experienced New York City in the 80s. And I must tell you, growing up and you reflect back on the things that you saw, being around certain things, it was like, wow, I can't believe as a kid I was around these things, to get really graphic, it was just like crack vials on the floor type situation walking to school. It was that crazy. But there was so much love in my community, in the building that we lived in, at home, that we didn't, me and my siblings, we didn't really feel like we were in danger or somewhere, you know what I mean? Somewhere dangerous. Although, years later, looking back, you're like, wow, that's crazy. We survived that. But there
Right.
was, I'm just saying, like I said, like there was so much love in the home, and just playing outside, fire hydrants going off. You know what I mean? Like playing in the water, block parties. It just made you escape from your actual reality. So I
So was
must say, I
conch
had a
shell,
great.
I'm
Say it
sorry,
again.
was conch shell playing part of the escape? Or
No, the conch
how you were
shell
even
had
playing a conch shell?
man. The conch shell came way later. I wanted to, although I've been playing percussion, my whole life since I was like 5 years old. I wanted to play the trumpet at one point, and a friend of mine gifted me a trumpet. I started playing the trumpet, and realized that if I were to play the trumpet, I would have to let go of my percussion instrument, because the trumpet is not an instrument where you can do it as like a hobby. You have to play
Mm,
it every day. And I just couldn't dedicate myself to the trumpet. And I believe I went to Haiti, and I bought a conch shell. And ever since then, and when I saw someone play it, when I bought it, they had cut the hole for me, and I saw them play it. And that's when I was like, you know what? I can't play the trumpet like that, but I am going to start playing the conch shell. And once I started playing it, I started researching it, the significance of it, what it really meant, what it was used for on the island of Haiti and other places. And that's when the story of me and the conch shell began.
So tell us the story of how the conch shell was used, because I chose to name our company Conch Shell Productions with the encouragement of my husband, and we were thinking about, because we're both from the Caribbean, and we're thinking about what is Caribbean, what is a symbol of the Caribbean culture, all the various cultures that come through. What is the through line for us all, right? So, for what did you learn about the conch shell when you started researching it?
Well, the conch shell is definitely a Caribbean instrument, and it's very similar to the drum, actually. Just like
Mm.
the drum, it is used for communication. Just like the drum, it is used for ceremonies and to channel the ancestors. Just like the drum, it is used as a medicinal instrument. The
Mm.
conch shell is resembles the sound of the om, which is like what they chant, and I believe the Buddhist belief, the and the conch shell makes the same sound. It is the sound of the earth rotating. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
mm,
So yeah, those are the few things that I found out. And yes, it is a very Caribbean instrument, but going now that I'm researching it a little bit more, the Buddhist and the Hindu practices, they play the conch shell a lot. Like before they even start their ceremonies or gatherings, community gatherings, the conch shell is present. So
mm,
and I'm still researching. I'm not done yet. A friend of mine a long time ago, I was playing at this gathering, and I blew the conch shell, and this guy from Benin was looking at me kind of weird and funny. And at the end of the show, he was like, "Why do you play this conch shell? Why do you play this?" And I was like, "Wow, it's a symbol of this. Da da da. It's from Haiti. My parents are from Haiti." And he was like, "Where I'm from, if you hear someone blow the conch shell, you have to run home. Like you're not supposed to be around when people come through the streets blowing the conch shell." And I was like, "Whoa, that's a bit different." And of course, I have to research that and find out more. But everyone has their own meaning and use for the conch shell.
hmm,
Yeah,
So it's an awakener, it's a
it.
unifier, it's an
Yep. Yep.
alerter, it's a spiritual rooter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
yeah.
Jamaica, the Maroons used it to communicate if the enemy was coming, if there was a kid missing, or if there was a
Mm,
gathering that was about to happen. The conch shell would be blown in a certain way to let you know. Like depending on if they bend the pitch or if they did a certain rhythm. If you were part of that community, you would know what the conch shell is saying. So yes,
wow.
you chose a very good name for your film festival.
Oh, well, the whole company.
The
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
company, yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with the audience. Um,
Welcome.
so we're going to be doing a film festival. And so when you think about film and music, because you're a musician, we're going to talk more about your collaborations in the past. But when you think of film and music, what thoughts come to your mind regarding collaborating with filmmakers? Have you done that in the past? Have you done soundtracks? Is that something that resonates with you? Tell me your thoughts on that.
Yes, I've done it a few times. I would like to explore that more. I'm actually working on something myself, but I'm getting ahead of my I'm getting ahead of myself. But let me not leak that. But yes, I've done it in the past, and music just brings out the emotion in the scene. Whatever is
Mm,
happening,
mhm,
the soundscape is just so important to film. Uh, I mean, now of course, in the 80s and 90s, they had a whole soundtrack around the film. You know what I mean? People were creating albums to connect with the film because they noticed how important the music was to the film, the whatever scene it was. You know what I mean? When sometimes when you think of a certain scene in a movie, you can hear the music in your head.
mhm.
So that's, I mean, it's one thing. It's so attached, and it's very important as far as creating for a scene. It's not easy. I mean, it could be easy, but it also could be hard depending on the scene. Do you, if it's a love scene, do you want it to be like soft and heartfelt, or is it a love scene that takes place in the hood where it's like hip hop? You know what I'm, Love Jones or something where you want it a little bit more rough and rugged. So yeah, it's fun to play with, and I look forward to you know, creating more soundscapes for film. And I look
So have
forward to
you done
seeing.
a few films? Have
I
you?
I, I have I've done films and plays where they actually wanted me. They wanted a maybe like a 10-second clip of a conch shell because they wanted the conch shell to to make sound between transition of scenes.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
Unfortunately, I didn't
Okay.
get to see the didn't get to see the film, but yeah, it was a last minute request. A friend of mine is working on a documentary. Um, trying to remember the name, but it's about the film is about how when certain stars align in our galaxy, certain energies are happening on Earth, and they show that comparison within in timelines. For example, between 1800 and 1810, certain stars were aligning that caused certain revolutions in
Mm,
on Earth, which comes, the Haitian Revolution, French Revolution. There were a lot of revolutions going on. You know what I mean?
mm,
During the civil rights movement that was going on here in the end of the 1950s, there were other movements going on in other parts of the world. So it so I was blessed to find music and create music for some of those scenes. And I am
fantastic.
currently working on a film now, and as I'm writing, I'm always thinking about in the back of my head, oh, what song do I have that I have already created that would fit the scene, or should I create something new for the scene?
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, getting back to collaborations,
Hmm.
I heard that you worked with Sabine Blazin and Paul Beaubois. Is it
Hmm.
that's how you
Bomba.
pronounce?
That's how you say it.
Uh, yeah, the son of the Lolo
Hmm.
Beaubois from Bookman Experience
Yes.
on an album called Mind, Body, and Soul.
Yes. Well, let me
What was
clarify.
that
The
collab?
the
Okay.
album is called Tonight We Fly, and the song that we created with
Ah,
Paul Brun is called Mind, Body, and Soul. And the story of this song is me and Paul. I've known Paul for a very long time. I used to work out of a studio in the Bronx, and Lolo, Muzet, and Paul came to the studio, and it was one of the highlights of my career at that time. I was like, I can't believe that I have Lolo and Muzet from Bookman Experience in the studio with us. They wanted to introduce their son to me and the guys that I was teaming up with because we were on the come up, and they thought that it would be a good fit. You know what I mean? To like, have him in the circle. So that's
mm,
was my first time meeting Paul. I believe in maybe it could have been like 2008, maybe 2000.
mhm.
No, 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 maybe earlier than that, 2006, 2007. So that was our first time meeting. In 2011 or 12, we wanted to do a house song together, and we had went to the studio. We laid down a draft, a rough draft of something, of an idea, but we never revisited that idea. Fast forward years later, I was just listening to old stuff, and I was listening to that draft, and I was like, yo, this song is still very vibrant and relevant. So I took it, I pitched it to Sabine. I was like, yo, what do you think about, recreating this? And she was like, that's the song is beautiful. Let's do it. So me and Sabine added, you know what I mean, different sounds, new sounds to it, and we turned it into this beautiful Afro house Haitian roots collaboration with Paul Brun. But I did get him to come back into the studio and redo his guitar parts. He laid down his vocals. We wrote some new lyrics, and that was the song. Uh, a friend of his named a DJ named Colo
We
and
lost your
loved it
sound.
so much he decided to do
Can
it.
you say it? Can you go back
Oh, can you hear me
from
now?
Polo? Cause yeah, cause we lost your sound.
Yes.
Can
We before the song was released, Paul
can you
played the
just go back
song
and
for.
say? Can you go back and talk about Colo? Cause we're gonna have to cut out the chunk where we lost your sound.
Yes, I'll go back. So yeah, so once we finished creating the song, we were set to release it, and Paul had played it for a friend of his, a DJ coming out of Haiti, DJ Colo, which is on the come up right now. And he loved the song so much, he wanted to do a remix and asked us, he was like, yo, can I have the stems, with meaning the breakdown of the remix for the song? And we were like, of course. So we have both the original and the remix on the album Mind, Body, and Soul. And the album is on Spotify. If you look up Tonight We Fly, if you put in either Sabine Blazin or my name, Okai Musik, the album will come up, and feel free to look up Mind, Body, and Soul, and you'll see two versions of it. And let us know which one you like, whether you like, or like both of them. I would love to get your opinion for whoever's watching this interview.
Okay, so they'll just go to Okai Music and check that out.
Yeah,
Okay,
go to
because
Okai Music and look up Tonight We Fly. You'll find the album. It's
I heard it. It's very
it's
nice.
oh,
It's
thank
very
you,
nice.
thank you very much. What'd you think? I'm saying thank you.
I I liked it. I liked it. I was
Nice.
like,
There's a
what
lot
the
of conch
heck?
shell on the album. In the beginning of the
There's a
songs,
lot of
at least three or
concha.
four songs, there's conch shell bringing in the rest of the instruments.
And so those people who are not familiar with Bookman experience, if you were to like find a parallel to in their relevance to the Haitian music world, to the American world, how would
Hmm.
you say Bookman experience is the this of Haiti? Because people who have not checked out Bookman experience have yet to do it. They need to do it to learn more about our music. What would be the
I don't
similarities?
know if this is a good parallel, but this is the way I tell my friends if they don't know about Bookman Experience. What Bob Marley and the Wailers is to Jamaica and the world is what Bookman Experience is for us. Because
Beautiful.
not only is Bookman Experience an amazing group, but Lolo's dad was one of the best comedians to come out of Haiti. I don't know if you're familiar with Pop. Oh my God, how could I forget his name? I want to look him up. Well,
Okay,
I have to get his name. I
you gotta
have
get his
to.
name, get his name, get his name. I get it.
Lucky shot.
Lungi Shot? Oh my God.
Lucky
Okay, so Lola's
Lucky
dad
shot.
was Lungi Shot. Okay, I listened to Lungi Shot albums growing up.
Yo, Lucky shot is Lolo's dad. And then Lolo came through and started this group, Bookman Experience, with Eddie Francois as the lead singer. And this album was amazing and won I believe it won it was either nominated or it won a Grammy in the
Wow.
United States. And Bookman Experience has been a staple of Caribbean music for a very long time. The French Caribbean are very, very familiar with Bookman Experience. I think
Mhm.
the rest of the world may not know because it may be a language thing. I always blame it on the language because reggae music has crossed over so much because most of what they're saying you can understand. A good
Mhm.
75% of reggae music is English, but of course they have their patois as well. But yeah, Haitian music. When it comes to Haitian music, Bookman Experience, you play Bookman Experience in a party with Haitians in
Mhm.
it, the place is gonna go crazy. And I've seen it happen many times. No matter, you could hear that song 100 times. Quem pasote, oh, quem pasote, oh, quem pasote, and it's Bookman la cana. I mean, people will go crazy to the point
It's
where
spirit music. It's spirit music.
it
It's
is
like
definitely spirit. It moves your spirit.
yeah.
It like right away. And people who don't know it, I've had friends who were at the party when the song came on, and they see people wow, and they're like, "What is this? What is this song? Who is it from?" They're asking questions, and then they'll go ahead and do their research on the Bookman
Yeah.
Experience. But yeah, it was there. I consider them like my musical grandparents. Every time I see them, it's just like big love. And I'm just honored to be in their presence. And I mean, they're mentors. They you can ask them any question. They'll put you onto the game of music because they've been in it for so long. They've been touring for probably longer than I've been alive. You know what I mean? So
Mm, mm.
it's an honor to know them. It's an honor to have worked with Paul, and hopefully I'll get to work with Bookman Experience next time. Hopefully.
Yeah. So, in terms of your instruments, you say you play a lot of percussion instruments. Which percussion instruments do you play, and what is your bond with those instruments? How do you feel your Haitian heritage, if at all, connects you to those particular percussion instruments?
I grew up playing the drum set in church. Like a lot of
Mm,
musicians, you get your start off at church because church has all those instruments for you to explore on. From drum set, playing with sticks, I started playing congas with my hands. There's just such a difference playing with stick and hands. There's something playing an instrument is spiritual bottom line, but there's something about playing with your hands that's a bit different. And from congas, I went to djembe. Djembe is a West African instrument, traditionally from Mali, but is all over. It's probably the most popular hand drum right now all over the world. I've been playing that drum longer than I've been playing any other drum.
mm,
But Haitian drummers who find out that I'm Haitian and they know that they see that I'm playing the djembe. For example, there's a guy named Atibon. He's a drummer and an actor. When he found out, he saw that how good I was playing the hand drum, the djembe, and he found out I was Haitian. He was like, "Yo, why you not playing the Haitian rhythms or the Haitian drum?" And I was like, I've never, had that experience. I've just never been around Haitian drummers, because I grew up in New York playing in the subways of NYC, playing with bucket players, playing with horn players. I never, it just my journey never gravitated towards Haitian drumming and Haitian drummers. But once he said that, that sparked my interest
mm,
in my early 20s, and that's when I started. Of course, I stayed with my djembe, but then slowly started learning the Haitian rhythms and playing the Haitian drum. And now I'm still a beginner. I'm still learning, but I know way more than I've known before. So from so I feel like I'm a well-rounded percussionist. Started from drum set, congas, djembe, back to congas, Haitian drum. I've been to Colombia, so I play with a lot of Colombian musicians. So I've been studying the Afro-Colombian rhythms, the hand drum rhythms on the Alegre drum. I've I've been to Cuba, so and I love the rumba, santeria rhythms. So I do my best to try to learn those rhythms. I would say just I am a student of the African diaspora. Yes, I am a Haitian American, and the Haitian rhythms are probably not because I'm Haitian. They're probably one of the sweetest playing melodies and rhythms in the world, but there are also a lot of other beautiful uh, rhythms as well. And but playing all these other rhythms, like I've been playing Bomba, which is from Puerto Rico, Afro Puerto Rican rhythms. I've been playing Bomba for, I would say, at least more than 10 years. And
mm,
in the Caribbean loves Haitian drumming. A lot
mm.
of the a lot of drums outside of a lot of rhythms outside of Haiti have influence of Haitian rhythms, a lot of influence,
I
and
love
I've just
that.
learned this through traveling and playing with other, Martinique, Bahamas, wherever you may go. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm Haitian. I play some Haitian rhythm. It's like they always give respect and they'll show the little spices of Haitian rhythms that are in their style because Haitian just being Haiti just being that first black republic. You know what I mean? That I feel like Haitians have just been able to travel, for since. since, what I mean, for a very long time, they've been free to travel. So
Mm,
Haitians have traveled all over the Caribbean and New Orleans. New Orleans jazz is very much influenced by Haitian music, Haitian drumming, Haitian musicians, because Haitians have been traveling to New Orleans for the longest time. So,
yeah,
and that was amazing to find out, because jazz is, the jazz, jazz and blues is like the foundation of music in the United States. So to
yeah.
find out that Haitians have an influence on that, it was just like, wow, you know what I mean? It makes you even more proud to be of Haitian descent.
Thank you for sharing your journey to your diasporic journey, right? Because I'm Haitian
Yes.
diaspora too, and so our journey, it's so full of, I mean, my journey and what you shared about your journey, it's just full of discovery and then coming back home, you know? Discovery and coming back home. And home is, in our DNA, our Haitian DNA. But since we are diaspora, we're constantly asking, what about this? And discovering how we fit all these parts into who we are. And I love that. I love that. I'm looking forward to hearing what you play at the opening night. It's gonna indeed no, it sounds like it's gonna be a Caribbean experience. I mean, at first I
It
thought it was gonna be a
definitely is.
Haitian
That's
drummer, but it's gonna be Caribbean. Like
yeah.
the whole
Boo, boo,
community is gonna
boo.
be represented. Yes, 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 yes. So thank you so much, Okai. Thank you for joining me today. And for all of y'all watching, you need to check out Okai's site and you need to come to our film festival. Conch International Film Festival is going to be happening October 10 to 13th at where Regal Cinema Midway in Forest Hills. Go to our website to learn more information, and you have to get your tickets for our opening night. That's where you're going to see Okai do his amazing work. And you might be surprised by what else you can discover about Okai there. I'm not going to tell you what I mean by that. You have to be at the opening night event. Opening night is October 10th at Regal Cinema. Look forward to seeing you there. And thank you so much, Okai.
Ashe, I will. Boom, Magaly, thank you for having me.